when we look at the measures announced by the province today, many in Toronto are probably wondering what's new. Well, the answer to that question is not a lot at this point, despite the fact that we've been in a lockdown for 4 weeks. And so the question becomes, why isn't more being done when things are as bad as officials say they are? Toronto has been in the province's gray zone lockdown since November. Admittedly, the mayor started the day saying the province's latest measures don't make much of a difference, before trying to offer some detail on what little has changed.
They have made a move on schools, which wasn't in place before for the January period. They have indicated some likelihood, even in the materials available now, that there's going to be some change to the essential businesses list, which will further tighten things down. They have taken a province-wide lockdown. We were calling for something to be region-wide, which it wasn't before today. Now it's province-wide.
While reluctant, Dr. Davila has invoked her authority as medical officer to go beyond provincial restrictions in the past, but said she was unprepared to do so today, claiming they had yet to see the finer details from the province and need more time.
We have yet to see the details of the new regulations and what exactly the new form of lockdown looks like. It is responsible public health practice to examine the situation and make decisions premised on what we actually see and change course, of course, as needed.
Potential moves could include shutting down city facilities, like ice rinks where reservations can currently be made for skating. Instead, police had to be called to a number of locations over the weekend for after-hours use, games being played, groups gathering, and hostile acts.
I'm very disappointed to report that a number of city staff were subjected to threatening behavior when asking patrons to comply with guidelines and when attempting to restrict access to ice during after-hours periods.
And despite hearing that, the officials are leaning back into their personal responsibility message. Here's some news today, though, that might help make it hit home a little bit harder. Dr. Davila announcing that the youngest person to have died in the last 24 hours from COVID in Toronto was 30 years old. The youngest person in hospital fighting the virus right now is just 11.